just is something I cannot really understand from my position. Since, if things go bad, and you really have an issue with these things, even more so, if you're part of a group, or at least one of the groups that is being put into question, potentially being, suppressed even, you would not wish to be associated with that. You wouldn't want to be part of this whole thing anymore, understandably. So it just confuses me how, she still seems to be quite the patriot. Still portraying herself. I mean, I would not say she should change her model or her whole gimmick. Speaking that proudly of that flag means nothing anymore. No, freedom in a land where obviously freedom has long been declared an outdated thing that exists. Of course, corruption always has been a thing. It just doesn't really seem to me like something that's really justified anymore. Now, this was the main part of the issue. Another one I may see is a bit more of a me thing. I believe I've brought it up beforehand. Maybe. I think yes, I brought it up in a different video a while ago. At least it might have been like a month. And that was regarding the whole Citrea situation. While this whole situation has already passed by, and I'm quite happy that it turned out better than I first assumed. Just to give my quick side note. Yes, I think her outfit choice was bad. No, I don't think she meant anything bad by it. She doesn't strike me like a bad person. Then again, from my limited perspective, it's not like I know her or anything. No, I don't even watch many of her streams, but from what I have seen, she seems to be quite a nice person, like polite. Not someone who would wish anyone actual harm. Certain imagery and aspects have been chosen poorly. Yes. What Tomoe has to do with this is, as I said before, she tends to upload art, fan art, of all kinds, mostly the pervy ones by now, for obvious reasons, which I do not wish to speak about further. Well, when that happened, some influencers are like defending her, some are criticizing her, some are like, some are Tomoe, and think, this is a burning pile of chaos right now, and I'm just gonna pull more oil into it to make the fires burn even brighter. By uploading herself in a kind of similar uniform, it looked more different, which I found good. It would have been even worse if it was even like a one-to-one copy. Thing is now, that is already a stupid move. Like, there's a fellow content creator of yours who is being criticized, to some extent fairly, but some arguments were unfair, certainly. She's not the Nazi. I would make that point very clear. However, to be like, my fellow content creator is being harassed, and I'm gonna make the same issue now and act very proudly and, big about it. Like I'm actually accomplishing anything beyond, being kind of a jerk. I mean, that would be like, let me think quickly of an example. I really do a slip up, right? I do something. I need a bad example. Need a good example. I have to steal something, but for a good reason. My intentions were not bad, and well, that comes out, and I would stand there badly for that, obviously, as you would do. And then I would have that one fellow person I'm not even really associated with who notice, yeah, this is a big point of drama. I'm just gonna do exactly that. For no reason beyond provoking. It's not even like to defend myself. It's just people talk about this now, and now I'm gonna do the same. I don't wish to accuse, but it kinda comes over like provoking attention. Because it wasn't like, being supportive about it. Because you don't support someone by being provocative. You don't, put out a burning fire by provoking more reactions from it, by throwing more wood at it so that it burns higher. That's just not how this works. This is quite a stupid way of doing this. That's the main point. Slight tangent of my part, and feel free to disagree as always. While the whole situation really got out of hand with Centrea, yes, the uniform did look like that. It was a very poor choice of design, I agree on that fact. And no, just because an opinion came from Twitter doesn't mean it's unvalid. Even Twitter can bring up good opinions. Some idiots pushed it too far, as always. But yeah, saying this uniform looks kind of offensive is not the actual issue. Calling her a Nazi is the issue. The fact that the uniform looks like the stereotype is not a lie. That is an objective fact if you can look at it and you have eyes. Okay, let's not ignore what is obviously in front of us. This is a tree. You can have opinions, as it isn't, but if you are actually smart, you can see that it is a tree. While uniforms of the SS did not look like this, mostly, it is the stereotype we've chosen to portray them with. If you look it up in the movie, they are going to look like this. Okay? Good. You could follow. Now, what was her post on Twitter? I believe I don't have X-Twitter, but it was there. What was Tomoe's statement? It was something to the lines of dressing up in those uniforms is fun, and I don't like to apologize, and who has an issue with it can go kick rocks. Basically that. Now, I would argue this is quite the most stupid way of saying that you could. For once, not really supportive. It's like just, I provoked them too and make them more angry so they might harass her more. Yeah, that's not how psychology works. Sorry to disappoint you. I know you're just a soldier, not a psychologist, but that's not how humans behave. You don't solve an issue by provoking someone who's already angry. Secondarily, the fact that the uniform looked like that was a fair argument of criticism is quite clear. I think we can all agree on that. So having now US Army military member saying that, actually, this is okay and I don't take issue with this at all. I mean, yeah, some of the critics pull it too far, and I do disrespect that behavior myself quite a lot, as stated before. Point is, this reaction from her part was extremely unreasonable, because for one, you're part of the US military. You are part of the army. A government that has, been taken over in the last year by someone who is obviously, we have seen the hand sign his own fellow did, in which German political group I named before he supports, intervening in other governments even more in the issue. Yeah, I don't know if you're really in a position